Hi Gemini, it's January 26th, and here is your reading for today. Queen of Swords. This card screams clarity and intellectual independence. You're cutting through the noise, setting boundaries, and demanding honesty. No more guessing games. Speak your truth loud enough to echo. Don't let emotions cloud your judgment. Analyze everything with a sharp mind. It's time to recognize red flags and say no where you need to. You already know when to pull back. But watch out for overthinking to the point you freeze. Don't get trapped in mental loops that keep you stuck. The Queen wants you to act with precision, not paralysis. King of Cups, reversed. This reversal warns of emotional imbalance messing with your headspace. Watch out for manipulation, whether you're doing it or getting caught in it. Suppressing your feelings or using them to control others leads nowhere good. It's okay to express what's inside, even if it's messy. Avoid emotional outbursts that burn bridges. Instead, aim for honesty and balance. If you're feeling volatile, pause and breathe before reacting. Don't ignore your emotional needs or try to hide vulnerabilities. You can't build clarity on a shaky emotional foundation. Ten of Swords. You've hit a rock-bottom moment or faced betrayal hard enough to shake you. Ten of Swords demands acceptance of endings and closure. Don't dwell on the pain or play the victim. Learn your lessons, let go, and close that chapter. It hurts, yes, but it frees you for new beginnings. You knew this was coming, even if you resisted. Now's the time to stop resisting and start healing. Trust that this finality clears space for something better. Don't fear the fresh start waiting on the other side of this ending. The tension here is real. Clarity versus emotional resistance. Your mind wants to cut through confusion, but your heart might be tangled in old wounds and manipulation traps. The Queen of Swords pushes you to speak up and protect yourself, while the King of Cups reverse challenges you to face emotional chaos honestly. The Ten of Swords slams the door on what no longer serves you, demanding you move forward. It's messy, it's raw, but it's necessary. You're not just surviving, you're setting the stage for a clearer, healthier you. Don't lie to yourself about what needs to end. Don't hide behind emotional storms. Cut through the noise, say your truth, and step into the closure you deserve. The clarity you seek isn't out there, it's in you, waiting for you to claim it. Six of Swords, reversed. Okay, hold on. This is a tough one for you right now, Gemini. This reversal screams resistance to change. You're stuck. Like, you know you gotta move on, but somehow you're dragging emotional baggage behind you, refusing to let go. It's that reluctance that's keeping you in the same spot, even when the water's rough and the shore looks bleak. I'm seeing you clutching onto old wounds, old stories, maybe even toxic patterns you promised yourself you'd leave behind. You knew this already deep down, but now it's glaring. You're not crossing the river. You're standing on the bank, frozen. Don't lie to yourself. You're holding on to the past in a way that's suffocating your growth. Actually, no, let me rephrase that. It's not just about fear of the unknown. It's about the comfort of familiarity, even if it hurts. You're telling yourself, better the devil I know, but that's a trap. The Six of Swords reversed is showing you the cost of this stagnation. You're not just stuck physically, you're emotionally weighed down. You might even be avoiding closure because it means admitting something's truly over. That's scary. But by resisting these necessary transitions, you're sabotaging your own healing. You know the Queen of Swords from before. Her clarity and boundary setting are what you need here. Speak your truth to yourself first. What are you really afraid to leave behind? And watch out for that King of Cups reversed vibe lurking in the background. Emotional instability can trick you into manipulation or suppressing your feelings instead of facing them head on. Your emotional landscape is volatile, and that makes it even harder to move on. You might lash out or retreat, but neither will get you anywhere. You've got to break that cycle. The Ten of Swords nailed it last chapter. Endings hurt, but they clear the way. Clinging to what's already ended only doubles the pain. The reversal of the Six of Swords is calling you to face that discomfort now, not later. It's time to unpack that emotional baggage, even if it's heavy. So what does this look like in action? Stop ghosting your feelings. Write it out, talk it out, scream if you have to. Don't keep pretending everything's okay when it's not. Set one solid boundary today. Maybe it's with a person, maybe it's a habit, maybe it's your own mind telling you to stay stagnant. Notice when you're making excuses or rationalizing why change is impossible. Challenge that. Seek closure, even if that means a hard conversation or a final goodbye. The Six of Swords reversed means you're at a crossroads, but you're refusing to choose the path forward. You can't sail away until you loosen your grip on the past. Remember, Gemini, clarity from the Queen of Swords isn't just sharp intellect. It's about cutting through emotional noise with honesty and courage. You've already seen how the King of Cups reversed warns against emotional manipulation, including self-sabotage. And the Ten of Swords reminded you that hitting rock bottom is painful, but necessary for rebirth. Now, the Six of Swords reverse says, stop clinging to what's dead. Embrace the discomfort of change. Move forward, even if the waters ahead look uncertain. You owe it to yourself to break free from this emotional stagnation and finally cross to the other side. Don't wait for permission. The time is now. The Ten of Wands is landing heavy here, Gemini. I'm seeing you hauling a massive load, like you're carrying the weight of a dozen people's problems strapped to your back. Ten of Wands screams overwhelm and stress, pushing you to the brink because you've said yes too many times. You're running yourself ragged, juggling responsibilities that don't all belong to you. Don't lie to yourself. You knew this already, deep down. You're exhausted, but you keep adding more burdens instead of dropping what's not yours. Wait, hold on. This isn't just about being busy. The Ten of Wands is showing how you're trapping yourself in this cycle of overwork. You're gripping tightly to duties, maybe to prove your worth or out of fear of letting others down. But here's the thing. You're not a machine. You're human. You need to prioritize what truly matters and offload the rest. Ask for help. Delegate. Say no, even if it stings. You're blocking your own growth by carrying all this weight, and it's time to see that. This card is a wake-up call to stop the self-imposed suffering. Building on the resistance we saw with the Six of Swords reversed, this Ten of Wands is the physical manifestation of that emotional stagnation. You're stuck, yes, but it's because you refuse to release the burdens you've piled on yourself. That emotional baggage isn't just mental, it's in your actions, your daily grind, your shoulders. You're resisting change by overloading yourself, thinking harder work will fix the mess inside. Actually, no, it's making it worse. You need to use the clarity you're gaining from the Queen of Swords and cut through the noise. Set boundaries. Be honest with yourself about what you can carry and what's dragging you down. There's also a subtle warning here about burnout. The Ten of Wands can push you right to the edge, where you feel like you're about to collapse. Remember the King of Cups reversed? That emotional imbalance can worsen when you're overwhelmed. You might lash out or suppress your feelings because you think you don't have the energy to process them. Don't do that. Express your needs. Find balance. Otherwise, you're setting yourself up for the betrayal and finality the Ten of Swords warned about earlier. That rock bottom moment can come if you ignore the signs. This chapter is really about realizing your burdens are self-imposed and need release. You're not just a victim of circumstance. You're in control of what you carry. The Ten of Wands invites you to lay down those heavy loads. Prioritize, delegate, step back, and breathe. You don't have to be everyone's savior or fix every problem. Clarity and honesty from the Queen of Swords are your tools here. Use them to cut ties with unnecessary stress. It's time to lighten the load or risk breaking under it. So Gemini, what can you do today? Take a hard look at your to-do list. Circle what's truly yours and what's just noise. Call in support. Say no without guilt. Remember, rest is not weakness. It's a necessary part of completing your journey through this struggle. You're moving toward closure, but only if you stop carrying the world on your back. The Ten of Wands is pushing you to act, not just endure. Don't stall. The weight won't lift itself. The Emperor, reversed. Here's the twist, Gemini. You're staring down a power struggle, and it's messy. This reversal flips the usual order on its head. Instead of solid control and stable authority, you're tangled in chaos and rigidity that backfire. I'm seeing someone, or maybe you yourself, gripping too tight, micromanaging every detail to the point it's suffocating. You knew this already, right? Trying to control everything, refusing to bend, and ignoring the input of others. That's a recipe for rebellion, not respect. This card screams that the old way of wielding power isn't working anymore. Hold on, it's not about losing power, it's about shifting how you use it. Let me rephrase that. The Emperor, reversed, challenges you to question authority, including your own. Are you clinging to control because you fear chaos? Or maybe you're afraid of letting go and losing your grip. Either way, it's causing more harm than good. This moment of clarity, this turning point, demands you reassess those control dynamics. You're coming off the back of heavy burdens, resistance to change, and that sharp Queen of Swords clarity. Now the Emperor, reversed, pushes you further. You can't keep enforcing rigid rules or dominating situations where flexibility is the key. The stubbornness only breeds more chaos, whether in relationships, work, or your internal world. Take a breath, step back. Notice where you've been micromanaging or shutting down collaboration. That's the behavioral anchor to watch. Are you refusing to compromise? Maybe you said yes out of obligation before, but now it's about asking, who's really in charge here? And is this control necessary or just fear in disguise? This card warns of power struggles. I'm seeing you or someone else trying to dominate, but that power is crumbling because it's built on rigidity, not respect. Don't alienate people by pushing too hard or resisting change. Instead, embrace flexibility. The real strength lies in adapting, not in holding tight to an iron grip. This isn't weakness, it's strategic. You can build new structures with collaboration and openness. Think of it like remodeling a house, tearing down old walls to create space for something better. Remember the Six of Swords reversed from earlier chapters, the resistance to moving on? It ties in here. The Emperor, reversed, shows that clinging to outdated control patterns blocks your progress. The emotional baggage you're carrying only weighs more when you refuse to loosen the reins. It's a cycle. You try to control out of fear, but that fuels stagnation and stress. The Ten of Wands warned about taking too much on. Now, the Emperor, reversed, says don't let yourself become a dictator of your own life's chaos. Delegate, release, and let others share the load. You're at a crossroads. You can stay rigid and keep fighting those battles that drain you, or you can step into a new kind of power, one that comes from flexibility, respect, and questioning old rules. The Emperor, reversed, is your wake-up call. It says, reassess, adapt. Don't let power become a prison. The hard truth is that control without balance leads to rebellion, isolation, and burnout. You want to avoid that trap. So Gemini, here's your homework. Identify where you're forcing control and why. Are you protecting yourself? Or are you afraid to trust others? Start small. Loosen the grip on one area. Let someone else take charge for a moment. See how it feels. That's the move toward real authority, not domination. You'll find more peace in fluidity than in rigid command. This chapter is your pivot. The Emperor reverse challenges you to transform your relationship with power before it burns everything down. Don't lie to yourself, this shift is necessary. You've carried heavy loads, fought against change, and now it's time to build new foundations. The power is still yours. You just have to wield it differently. Five of Wands, reversed. Okay, this card is flashing loud signals about avoiding conflict, but not the good kind of peacemaking, more like bottling things up until they fester. I'm seeing you, Gemini, trying to dodge those tough conversations, maybe hoping the tension just disappears on its own. But hold on, avoidance isn't neutral here. It's creating this inner pressure cooker of stress and indecision. You're not just sidestepping arguments with others, you're suppressing your own needs and emotions. And that's a recipe for internal chaos. You knew this already. When you ignore the friction inside, it multiplies. Let me rephrase that. The Five of Wands, reversed, is pushing you to stop pretending everything's fine when it's not. It's not about stirring up fights, but about addressing what you're afraid to face. Your own inner battles, conflicting desires, maybe even unresolved grievances that you're afraid to voice. You might be avoiding conflict because you fear the fallout, or maybe you want to keep the peace on the surface. But peace without honesty is just a pause before the storm. This card is urging you to name the tensions, even if it's uncomfortable. That's how you clear the air and find real resolution. I'm also catching that this avoidance ties directly into the power struggles we've talked about before. The Emperor, reversed, showed you the chaos that comes from rigid control and rebellion. Now, the Five of Wands, reversed, says you might be playing the silent game, holding back your voice rather than challenging the power dynamics openly. Don't lie to yourself. Silence isn't always golden. It can be a quiet form of resistance, or a way to keep yourself small inside a bigger battle. You have the Queen of Swords energy waiting to be unleashed. Clarity, honesty, sharp boundaries. But you're not stepping fully into that role if you keep dodging conflict. Check this. The Six of Swords, reversed, warned about stagnation and clinging to emotional baggage. The Five of Wands, reversed, is showing the root. Unless you face what's really going on inside, you'll stay stuck. Emotional avoidance feeds that stagnation. You might believe you're protecting yourself by not rocking the boat, but you're actually locking yourself in a toxic loop. It's time to address the inner tension head-on. Speak your truth to yourself first, then, when ready, to others. That's the only way forward. Also, the Ten of Wands comes back here. Are you carrying the weight of unspoken conflicts? Trying to keep everyone happy while ignoring your own needs? That's burnout waiting to happen. The Five of Wands, reversed, warns against this silent martyrdom. You don't have to carry all that alone or pretend there's no friction. Asking for help, opening space for honest dialogue, that's how you lighten the load. Finally, think about emotional balance. The King of Cups, reversed, showed emotional instability and manipulation lurking around. Avoiding conflict might be a way you or someone else tries to control the emotional atmosphere, but suppression backfires. The Five of Wands, reversed, is a red flag. Don't let emotional manipulation keep you silent. Emotional honesty is your shield, not a weapon. So, Gemini, this chapter is your call to stop hiding from the friction inside. Embrace the discomfort of honest conversations, starting with yourself. That's how you break free from stagnation, lighten your burdens, and reclaim your power without chaos. The peace you seek isn't in avoidance. It's in facing the conflicts that matter and clearing them out with truth. You've got the tools. Now use them. Queen of Swords cuts through the fog for you now, Gemini. You've been wrestling with truth and boundaries all along, and here she stands, sharp and clear, demanding you speak your truth no matter how uncomfortable. Remember when clarity felt uncomfortable and you hesitated to set those lines? That's the work you've been avoiding. It's not just about calling out others, it's about telling yourself what you really need. You can't keep dancing around the edges of your own clarity. Six of Swords, reversed, is glaring at you from the shadows, refusing to let you move on. It's time to stop clutching that emotional baggage like a lifeline. You've seen the cost of stagnation, missed growth, stuck in the past's quicksand, like that pattern you spotted but didn't name. So why do you keep sinking? You've got to embrace change even when it's terrifying. Holding on only weighs you down deeper. The Ten of Wands shows exactly how heavy that load has gotten. You've been carrying responsibilities that aren't yours, saying yes when you wanted to scream no. Burnout isn't just a warning, it's a mirror. Delegate, prioritize, tell someone else to hold that torch for a minute. You're not a martyr. The Emperor reversed screams about control lost and power abused. You tried to micromanage everything, thinking control would save you. Surprise, it didn't. Chaos brewed instead. Let go of rigid grips on others and yourself. Flexibility isn't weakness, it's survival. Five of Wands reversed whispers the truth you've been avoiding. Peace starts inside. You can't keep dodging the fights within, like that moment you wanted to look away. That internal battle, the tension you pushed down, it's there, waiting for you to face it head on. Avoidance only makes it louder. Speak honestly, even when it's messy. King of Cups, reversed, surfaces too. Emotional instability and manipulation have played their parts. Maybe you've used emotions as weapons or shields. Stop that. It's time to express what's real, not what's convenient. Emotional honesty is your bridge to balance, not chaos. Then there's the Ten of Swords, the final sting. You've hit rock bottom in some way, felt betrayed or utterly done. But endings aren't just pain, they're closure, the door slamming shut on what no longer serves. Don't cling to victimhood. Learn. Close that chapter firmly. The pain is the teacher, not the jailer. Pulling this all together, Gemini, it's clear. The resistance, the burdens, the chaos, they're all tied to the work you've dodged. Setting boundaries with Queen of Swords clarity, letting go of the past like Six of Swords reversed demands, releasing the Ten of Wands overload, loosening the Emperor's reversed grip, confronting the Five of Wands reversed internal fights, balancing the King of Cups reversed emotional tides, and accepting the Ten of Swords finality. That's your path. The work you've been avoiding is the work that sets you free. It's uncomfortable, yes, but that discomfort is growth wearing work clothes. You already know this, don't lie to yourself. Step into that brave space and claim your peace. That's the real finale. Okay, that's all I've got for now. If this hit, you already know what to do. Please like, subscribe, tell your group chat. I'll see y'all soon.